Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for a little bit of an update. I messed up a little bit. I realize it's September 26th when I'm posting this, and I haven't posted the October month of horror and madness Let's Play poll video, so here it is. We only have 4 days to vote now because I'm a bit of an idiot, but it's up. For those who are new to the channel, the October month of madness and horror is pretty much what it sounds like. Every October, I do a horror game. I have you, the viewers, vote on what that game is going to be based on various choices of games I either have or I'm thinking about buying and etc. If you're wondering, we're going to put Persona 5 on hold once October hits. So as soon as October 1st hits, that's when I'm hoping to get the first episode of the horror Let's Play up. Unless there's not a winner in the poll, then I'll do like a coin flip if it's like an even balance thing between two. If it's not, I'll have to roll a 4-sided die and go off that, but I'm really hoping it doesn't come to that. But anyway, we put Persona 5 on hold for the whole month of October, and maybe into November depending on how long the game is. Because I've had some months where, the game is too short and I have to go with the second place one afterwards to fill the rest of the month out, and sometimes that game is longer, or we have a longer game.
Peggy 16.
First on the list here, we have Volume 2 Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. As stated there, it is Volume 2 of the Zero Escape series, which means it's the sequel. Duh. I've already played the first game in the series, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. That was our 2015 October Month of Madness and Horror Let's Play. I still have the video where I did a synopsis on it. I'm going to splice that in because I can't find the text that I was originally reading off of. So I have to splice that in, but I will read the back of the case before we go to that because it has some details on here that were not in the synopsis, I don't think. Follow-up to 2010's award-winning puzzle adventure, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. Old friends from 999 return to join a new cast. Novel sections fully voiced in English and Japanese. Plenty of replayability. Fumble. With 24 different endings. As I said in the end of the previous mention of this one, probably not going to get all 24, but I might try to. We'll have to see how long the game is. I'll definitely get my first playthrough and get a few other playthroughs just to see how that goes. Because, I mean, the original 999, I think, had, like, 9 different endings. I might just be thinking that because 9, but I know it was definitely more than 4. But this has 24. That's a lot of endings. And also there's new mysteries to solve is the last bullet note on here. But without further ado, take it away, past me.
On December 25th, 2028, a Californian college student, Sigma Klim, is kidnapped and awakens in an elevator with a girl named Phi. That's Phi, not to be confused with Phi or Phi from Skyward Sword, who seems to know him. Zero the Third, a sadistic talking rabbit AI, appears on a computer monitor in front of them and tells them that they must escape the elevator or it will crash, killing them. Upon doing so, the pair find themselves on an abandoned facility called Rhizome 9, alongside 7 other people. Because all rooms contain cameras, the players are always under Zero the Third's constant surveillance. Zero also tells the group that one of them is Zero, adding to the players' distrust of each other. The group is enrolled in a game known as the Nonary Game, Ambidex Edition, which relies on a system called Bracelet Points, commonly referred to as BP, which are won or lost by cooperating with or betraying other players in a voting game called the AB Game. A player who is allowed to leave the warehouse through the number 9 door only if they possess 9 or more BP. However, if a player's BP drops to 0, they are killed by a lethal injection via a bracelet containing tubocurarine chloride. In addition, if a player slips through the number 9 door without 9 BP, they will be penalized and killed via their bracelet. The players must explore the facility by passing through chromatic doors which correspond to the color of their bracelets in order to find keycards to activate the next AB game. Once someone escapes through the number 9 door, it shuts forever.
Next up is Postmortem. Step into a thriller in which nothing is what it seems. After returning to the quiet streets of Paris to pursue a life of painting, Gus McPherson could not escape his true art. The former New York detective finds himself walking the beat once again, when hired by a sensuous woman to investigate the gruesome beheadings of her sister and brother-in-law. In the dark and mysterious streets of Paris, and plagued by his clairvoyant sixth sense, Gus will uncover a conspiracy written in blood, with rituals and artifacts as old as time itself. Apparently, Postmortem is a prequel to the Still Life adventure game. I have not played Still Life or Postmortem, so this will be completely blind. I should have mentioned that about Virtue's Last Reward, too. I haven't played that. That thought just occurred to me. But this section isn't about that. This game is going to be played completely blind. It says it's a prequel. I'm going to be playing it first because, I mean, after doing a little bit of research, it seems like this is the first game in the series, and that, I guess, was just mentioned later. But when I hear a prequel, I think, they went back to it after the first series, but they could have just, changed that after a while, updated the synopsis. But with that said and done, now we move on to the brand new games in our list for this year.
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here. Yes. All right.
When the wife of the best-selling writer Alan Wake disappears on their vacation, his search turns up pages from a thriller he doesn't even remember writing. A dark presence stalks the small town of Bright Falls, pushing Wake to the brink of sanity in his fight to unravel the mystery to save his love. Presented in the style of a TV series, Alan Wake features the trademark remedy, storytelling, and pulse-pounding action sequences. As players dive deeper and deeper into the mystery, they'll face overwhelming odds, plot twists, and cliffhangers. It's only by mastering the fight with light combat mechanic that they can stay one step ahead of the darkness that spreads across Bright Falls. With the body of an action game and the mind of a psychological thriller, Alan Wake's intense atmosphere, deep and multi-layered story, and exceptionally tense combat sequences provide players with an entertaining and original gaming experience. So yeah, that's Alan Wake. Alan Wake's a bit of an older game. I haven't played it, but I have watched someone do a Let's Play on it, which intrigued me into getting the game and maybe doing it this year. You guys will have to decide. It's a pretty good game, all things considered. I feel like it's a slight bit more action-y than it is horror, but the psychological horror tones are definitely there, and the story is written very well. But with that said and done, words. We're going to move on to the next and final game for this year. Feel what it's truly like to be alone in the dark with this low-res, high-suspense point-and-click horror adventure, winner of multiple Best Game of the Year awards, set in Victorian England, when Jeremiah DeWitt receives a letter from an old schoolmate, Anthony Beechworth, with a hidden cryptic message. He knows something is wrong. His journey to an abandoned manor is only the beginning as he starts to remember a long-buried secret from his youth, discovering things that man was not meant to know, and opening doors that should have remained closed. So, The Last Door is another game that I watched somebody play. Watched a Let's Play of it, obviously, and it was really interesting and engaging. Now, I don't remember much from what I saw, because that was years ago that I watched it, so it's still kinda sorta blind in a sense, kinda like Alan Wake. I do remember that it does have Lovecraftian themes, so if you're a fan of Eldritch Abominations Beyond Our Comprehension, then this is probably the game you're gonna want to vote for. Also, if you like, mystery games, this is the game you want to vote for. Although I suppose Alan Wake and Postmortem have that too. Actually, now that I think about it, I think all 4 games have that. Yeah, no. It definitely seems that the theme for this year's October Month of Madness and Horror was mystery! Anyway, with all that said and done, we now move on to the closer. I'll see you all in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, those are your choices for this year's October Month of Madness and Horror Let's Play. I feel like I've been saying that too much. But anyway, yep, these are your choices. The little card in the right-hand corner should have activated right now. Since there's only 4 choices, it's easy to do it this way. I was thinking about maybe doing a Twitter poll, but I feel like the card is a much better idea. Since you're already watching the video, the poll being right there makes sense to me. And not everyone has a Twitter account, so, you know. But yeah, I think with that, we end this video here. See you for the spooks.